Everybody, welcome to Polymer Clay TV. I'm Elisa, and today I want to show you some of the really cool products we've been getting into the shop that we're playing with now. And we have a wide variety now, and we're just exploring all the options with them. They're so cool. So I just wanted to show you a few of those and how they work and how they look, and I give you some ideas of how you can play with these. So let's just start with this one. This one is a big mold, and it's about, I want to say 7 inches maybe in length. So it got me thinking it would make a really cool bracelet, you know, but obviously you would mold it out of the clay and pull it out, and it could make a really cool cuff bracelet. I haven't made one yet, but that is a plan that I'm going to do. Even though I don't wear jewelry, I really, you know, like to make it. So I'll show you that when that's done. But this has so many possibilities. I was thinking, you know, you could make like one little area, and that could be a beautiful earring, a little dangle earring. You could even dangle some beads from it. You could do maybe 3 of these and have it hanging upside down as like a necklace. You could cut each one of these into a separate bead and string that as a necklace. So there's tons and tons of possibilities just with this one mold. And that's just for jewelry. I mean, you can do all kinds of mixed media pieces with it. You can do housewares with it. So there's lots and lots and lots of cool stuff you can do with that one. So I'll show you more of that at another time, but it is a cool piece. So here's a couple that I've molded that I wanted to show you. And this is a Lotus, and this could be an absolutely gorgeous necklace, but it could also be a gorgeous embellishment for a box or something like that. So this is what it looks like, the mold itself. And then I've molded this piece here that could either go upside down and kind of hung as a necklace and embellished and done really cool things to it, or obviously it can go this way and be hung, you know. I think it would look really pretty with the chain, maybe a couple little dangles from here. And I really like how it has the openings, because that's where you could actually connect your chain, is right here in these 2 spots, and dangle it, or chain or ribbon or something really unique. So that's a really cool one. And I haven't embellished these at all. I've just molded them so you could see. And we'll embellish one of them or so, and just so you can see that. So let me show you this one. This is a Victorian look, and it's different from anything we have in the shop, but yet I think it could blend really well with some of the unique designs we have, because it's kind of Victorian looking, but it's also has like an old world charm kind of look as well. So you could pair it with some other interesting pieces and get some unique looks. So that's this one, and it's just so pretty. I just love the design. I mean, it's got a lot of potential. You could mold it and cut out these little areas right here and hang it that way too. So you could use that little area to hang it. That's a possibility. I mean, you just let your imagination go. That's really what I do once I start working with something. And these are the Mandala Flowers. We've been selling these like crazy. In fact, we're almost out of them, but I do have more on order. But if you're interested in the Mandala Flowers, they are selling quickly. People are really hot for those. And there's pictures online on polymerclaytv.com that I made with these, and they just came out so cool. And they're basically just little press stamps. So you press it into the clay, and then you have your design. So definitely go take a look and see what those came out like. They're really cool. And these ones are 2-part molds, and they're really interesting because the thing is, sometimes you'll mold a flower, and the flower might just be sitting on the edge of something, you know, on the side of a vase, and you want the back of it to look really cool, so to look like it's an actual flower. That's where these molds come in. So you can get your front of the flower. When you put your clay in here, you get the front of the flower, and then you put the other part into the back of it, and you get a back side as well, which is really cool. Let me just move the butterfly. So the butterfly works the same way, just so you know. So you would take your clay and give it a little push. Now, I might have used a little too much clay, but once you start working with it, you'll get the feeling of how to work it, you know, how much clay you need. So you just take the other side and give it a little push, And so now, when I pull this out, you'll see that I've molded not only the front, but the back. How cool is that? So you get your front side molded at the same time as the back side. That sounds kind of funny. Sorry, get your front side molded and the back side. But anyways, you could think about doing different things with it. You know, you could like ruffle some edges if you want with the tools that we have. These are coming back in stock. We don't have them at the moment, but these ball styluses are coming back in stock. We did order them. So you could, you know, then, you know, give it a little bit more of a realistic kind of ruffled look, like so. But then you still have this gorgeous back. So if you wanted to put it maybe and make like a vase with some flowers in it or something, or, you know, or have it tilted on the edge of a piece like this and attached that way, the back still looks gorgeous. So that's the cool thing about these two-part molds. You get both front and back looking really cool, and you know, it gives it a whole different look. So then I have this one, and you know, when I first got it, I just took the clay and I put the clay into the mold and just cut off the back, and it was one solid piece. Okay, and I was all right, oh, this is cool. This looks really nice. Maybe I'll cut a circle out and make it a little different or whatever. But then I tried to mold it again, and I made sure that I didn't cover these higher bits right here with the clay so that I could have the openings in it. And oh my goodness, does that open up possibilities. Because imagine that now you can see through the clay to whatever is behind it, and you can get an unbelievably cool look. So you could take a piece of silk screen design and put it behind it, and you'd see it through in these spots. I don't really have a silk screen, but I have something here. Let me, just to give you an idea, just something that I had printed on. And so if I laid this over, you would see how you see the pink coming through. So you can exploit those negative spaces by putting whatever you want. It could be texture, it could be an ink design, it could be a silk screen, anything you want so that it comes through. So I absolutely love this mold. This is probably now my new favorite mold. Every day I pick a new one, but this one is really cool because I'm going to have fun with the possibilities of this. Because not only that, it's so pretty. And you can do some really cool things with these tools too. These are some small ball stylus tools that we have. And I like these to like add little texture, you know, to like the middles of flowers and petals or whatever you want. These are a nice way to impart some texture onto it. So I really like these, and there's on each end of it there's a different size tip. So you got something that's so tiny, almost like almost a needle size, and it doesn't go that big this set, but it's big enough to do some nice things with. But we do have that other set that'll be back in stock with the bigger ones, and you know, so if you want, contact us at thingscrafty@gmail.com, and you can get on the wait list for these. We'll let you know when they come in, but they are expected in. But these ones are smaller than those, as you can see. So really, you know, there's so many different ways to use all these different molds and tools, and really that's what I wanted to show you today, so that you can think about things differently. You know, don't think that you have to just mold it out and leave it that way. You can think about adding to it or cutting away parts or you know, kind of structuring it, whatever you want. Like for something like this, okay, I was thinking this would be a great place to hang it because it's kind of just like an open space right here. So I would take my tools. This is a knitting needle, regular knitting needle, and I would poke my holes, and now I think I would hang this way. So I was thinking, how pretty would this be with some delicate beads coming up, maybe some pearls, and then I could even come down here and I could poke a hole in here and dangle things down there. So that's what I want you to do, is to kind of think outside of the box when you have things. When you have a mold or something that you find, and yeah, it's great just straight out of the mold, but there's so many ways you can alter it. You can add rhinestones and glitter and ink and just get totally different looks with it. So for instance, here's me just, I'm going to use my finger, I think, just inking up this one piece. Look at how much of a difference it changes the piece. So that's why you want to just play around and get you know, really, you know, creative with it, because you never know what you could come up with. How pretty is that? And all it is just a little bit of ink. And this one I think I'm going to decorate differently, because I just love the way that, like I told you, like how you can take advantage of that negative space. But it's so pretty. I mean, so pretty. And there you have it. I mean, just play around, have fun with it, and, you know, enjoy yourself. So thanks for joining me. We'll have more next week, so make sure to come on back. Kira will have a tutorial or something fun for you to do. And meanwhile, we still have the Polymer Clay Adventure virtual retreat going on. It's a year-long retreat that you can join anytime throughout the year and not miss anything. And actually now, several classes have already been released, so you can jump right into a bunch of classes all at once, which is really nice too. So come on over to polymerclayadventure.com to check that out. And I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for joining me.